And grace this occasion. We will be making his headway. Haji Osman Ahmed Noor is walking into the room. You are all most welcome. We are honored to have you, sir. You are most welcome. You are most welcome. I want to celebrate all the women and the ladies in the room for the of our CEO, the CEO Private Sector Foundation, Mr. Stephen Asimwe, to briefly take you through our agenda, how our night looks like this evening. We have already had the arrival of our chief guests, and then we have a speech from the board chairperson, Private Sector Foundation, and then we'll have a keynote speech. At this juncture, I want to invite the CEO of Private Sector Foundation, Mr. Stephen Asimwe, to give us his welcome remarks, and thereafter.
Our chairperson, board of directors of the Private Sector Foundation, Katuukiro, Shali, the head of real estate. I want to recognize Honorable Daudi Migereko in a very special way of Peter. If our Private Sector Foundation Sangarino Kupapona, so I want at the outset to say that tonight is not so much a night to, in a special way, thank our chief guests profoundly from the bottom of our heart. You've been with us for 2 days, and that is a sign of your commitment, and we know that the kingdom has been very, very, very receptive to PSFU. We were a big part of the celebration of Isebantu and Inebantu, and on behalf of PSFU, we want to congratulate our king, the Ziga and Inebantu, for having the wedding of the century a few months ago. And as a Busoga, I was part and parcel of that event. I participated very much. But for those of you who heard the anthem, I think somewhere it says to live Akabi. They are blessed. The lyrics carry very strong sentiments and statements about Busoga. Somewhere in the middle it says, if you have not come to Busoga, you have seen nothing yet. Now, as a practitioner of tourism, Honorable Miguel, I want to associate myself with Ginger and Busoga. You have some of the best tourism attractions in the world. Back in the day when I was promoting, and I still do, I had a personal statement where I said, if Uganda sold nothing else but Busoga, it would still have 1 million visitors. And this is why. Busoga is the home of the source of the Nile, the longest river in the world. Number 2, it has some of the best attractions. Did you know that every district in Busoga has a lake? Did you know that? Busoga has over 400 bird species. Busoga is a melting pot. It has almost 100 different tribes and language groups living here. It is a focal point, it is a business hub, it is a railway area, it has an airport, it has a port on the lake Ripon. So anybody wishing to invest, this is the best place to come. It has 4 power stations, so the lights never get out in Busoga. And now, you have a king and a queen. You have an enabling environment. It is against that background that the PSFU, we have carried the entire private sector foundation of Uganda to Busoga. We want to associate with you. We want to do business with you. We want to support you. We want to enable you. We want to facilitate you. And we are here to celebrate the goodness of the land. So therefore, tonight is the day when we consummate that discussion. PSFU stands for 4 things, and I will close. Number 1, we are here enabling business environment. Number 2, we are here to support businesses for young people, for women, for people who are looking for joint ventures. We want to help you with government if you are stuck. But most importantly, we want to open Busoga to the world and the world to Busoga. And as I close, we want to establish a permanent home. And so, we have worked out with our other partners, the Uganda Manufacturers Association, and we are setting up an office, a liaison office. It is going to be managed by our partner, the Uganda Manufacturers Association. In a few minutes, I'm trying to Agaya Baja, sorry, I think it was someone sent me a wrong spelling. Nelly Baja, she sits on trade, on agriculture, on ICT, on financial services, on professional services, on tourism and hospitality, on creative space. Mr. Ragadi is here. He's the chairman of the creative space. So every sector of PSFU is going to be represented in Jinja. And this is going to be permanent and pensionable. So right Honorable, we are here to partner with you and the entire kingdom. I know you're a businessman. We are going to come to Kaliro, we are going to go to Kamuli, we are going to go to Busebatia, we are going to go to Iganga. Every place in Busoga will be met by PSFU. So in closing, mbaire enda kubasiima mwena okwidda wano tusangaire eno ate tulina ebyokunwa bingi no n'ebyokulya abakwenda kufuna ddaako tulina ddaako kiwulire
sobola kulonda mulala but you are all welcome and I'm deliberately using that word because you asked me to welcome you here. You are all also that we have all applauded. It's an initiative that has come at the right time. Thank you very much. Owekitiibwa Osman, tulina obuzibu. Ever since you successfully organized the Kyabazinga wedding, we are having a lot of problems. We are having a lot of problems. The wedding was so successfully organized that people thought you hired international events organizers. And when we told them, no, this was a local initiative, it was a local effort, then they start imagining that we can do so many other things. And that is the genesis of the problems we are having. The genesis of the problems we are having is as a result of the success of the Kyabazinga wedding. Can you imagine? So, I'm not surprised that private sector foundation had decided after the wedding that they should also be here. I'm not surprised. So now that is your predicament, Owekitiibwa Osman. You have to sit, think and move very fast when you are still enjoying all this goodwill and when people are still expecting so much from the institution. There are a lot of things that we can work on here if the community is well supported. And I want to assure you, Ndugu Asimwe, that the decision you have taken to open a liaison office is the right one, because there are a lot of business people here who would partake of the services offered by that business. But the best news I can give you, because you and I have been struggling over this matter, is redevelopment of source of the Nile. Finally, work has started. Work has started of redeveloping the source of the Nile so that it can be developed up to acceptable international standards. Acceptable international standards. Because we've been suffering a lot as managers of the tourism industry. You bring visitors to Jinja, and let me tell you, anybody who comes to Uganda, the major area of interest, say from the conferences and what have you, the source of the Nile. And the visitors come and they are expecting so much at the source of the Nile, and then you start explaining things. You know, now we shall be working on this, now the other year we shall work on this, but finally we are working on something, and I can tell you, just give us a year, that source of the Nile will be different. Having people's land, how we are doing what. My name appeared a number of times in the papers. But how can you be chairman of tourism board and you really do nothing about source of the Nile? Honestly, Mchasa Chiroka would have run into a lot of problems. At times I fear you can disown me. Particularly when people visit source of the Nile and it is in a poor state. But finally something is going to happen, and I'm sure all of us are going to be happy with the redevelopment of source of the Nile, because the Kyabazinga institution, your anthem talks about the Nile, talks about Jinja. So I think finally we are delivering something, and I know so many other good things are going to happen. But as partners, private sector foundation, and all of you who are here, we need to improve on the speed at which we are doing things. I'm deliberately raising this matter because our speed generally is not good. Everything will be solved tomorrow. but you are responsible for what is there today, not tomorrow. So my appeal to you, let us enhance the pace at which we are doing things so that within a year, within 2 years, we can be able to see something better happening around us. And people will not say, why did the private sector foundation after all have to come to Jinja? When they see projects coming up, things happening, Jinja improving, and it's going to improve, then we shall have done that was what is expected of us. Cocktails. Banange yendogeye kankomaawo ayino bali kutuwa kitiibwa kino okuyita wano nze eriyo contacts nenfunye kwedindi olwedde ediri kulaga nti olunakuna lufunye mwira aye nkaso
mama waife ine bantu, and we are very appreciative of your support and the support of Wachabazinga Busoga towards the preparations for the women's decathlon in Jinja City. We thank you very much. As you all know, PSFU is 25 years plus now, having been founded in 1995 by Dr. James Mulwana, and we have had the opportunity to be led by distinguished chairs and their vices from Honorable General Sendaula and Chairman Emeritus Dr. Erika Ranga, Chairman Dr. Katuukiro, and currently our Chair, Mr. Humphrey Nzei, who I'm very pleased to serve with as Vice, and he sends his greetings to you, and he says please have a very fantastic exhibition, network, and learn. For me, I'm extremely happy to see young people, to have seen so many in these last 2 days, especially in the creative sector. Your stories, the journey of your remarkable investments and your struggles inspire so many. So chief guest, we have had young people, creatives, Ugandan creatives in fashion, music, content creation, and please keep it up. You inspire so many. The feedback has been fantastic. The business community in Busoga, when we took charge of PSFU, we decided to open the organization to every business person so you may know the opportunities that are available. PSFU is very pleased to be partnering with MasterCard Foundation, and through that partnership since 2020, we have created over 416,000 dignified and fulfilling work, because it's one thing for one to have a job, it's another to be for it to be fulfilling. But also we understand that young people, young women, every business person, sometimes you have a loan but you need to penetrate markets, and we have had the opportunity to partner with government on integration of markets, on opening up markets elsewhere, because as Ugandans are woke to the industrial agenda, and I can see everybody in Uganda now is looking to being part of every value chain, the long-term consequence is that we shall saturate the Ugandan market, we shall saturate the East African market, so it makes sense for us to penetrate other markets. But we cannot do that if our products are not standardized. And so we value our partnership with MasterCard. We've been able to have over 500 products certified belonging to SMEs the last so few years, 4 years, and through our fantastic lead farm structure that is led by Apollo and the young team, which is here, LFS talent here in Jinja. We will be happy. Honorable Daudi Migereko asked us to work. We are already working. Our chief guest, I would like to report that we contributed to the construction of UHTTI that's led by CEO Richard, the feasibility studies, the research, We also sponsored the book of Best of Busoga, again in promotion of the region. We are funding research and feasibility for the revamp of the source of River Nile, Kagulu Hill, Bishop Huntington. So we are really, really working, and I think Busoga may be the region that has attracted the highest support from PSFU so far. But I understand that today is a day for networking, a day for knowing each other, for, eating it up, for partnerships in business. But I thought that I should share with you the opportunities at PSFU. Recently, we partnered with government on a project called GROW, that all the government agencies in a one-stop center, PPDA, Uganda National Bureau of Standards, but as well as the financial institutions are very valued partners, Centenary Bank, Equity Bank, and all of those that you have seen. Please encourage everyone to pass by. We will be there the whole day tomorrow and close in the evening. You're very, very welcome. We have several other projects we are rolling out, starts for agribusiness, invites again towards the industrial endeavors of Uganda, export and employment. So we are happy to support you, which is why you heard from our CEO that we are going to open up a liaison office here so that you don't have to run all the way to Kampala or look for us on social media. But our teams will be here tomorrow, interface with them, and let's get together and promote our businesses. Thank you very much. I wish you a very, very good cocktail. And I think I would be remiss if I did not say that we would not have had a successful exhibition if it wasn't for the support of Owacha Wazinga and Baba Wayofe in particular, and you too, Katuukiro. Thank you so much. Thank you for hosting our team at the palace, and it was a great experience learning from you as a distinguished business member, business person yourself. So I thank you very much. From all of us at PSFU, we are happy to be in Jinja, and please feel free to contact us on any query you would like clarification on.
Chief Executive Officer, PSFU, petitions and what happened after the wedding, the royal wedding that took place of Babu Seratu and Mama. It is true that many people kept asking themselves, even me personally, I just came back 3 days from Malaysia, and it is the talk everywhere that which company did we hire to come and organize the wedding. But I want to categorically make it very clear here that the wedding was Ugandan made. Sarah Kajingo, I am from the private sector. I know what it means to be here. I came back on Tuesday. I had to cut my trip short because on the program we were supposed to host members of the PSFU at the palace. Both your team and Weshtiwa Yudaya here, I was getting WhatsApps on hourly basis reminding me that we have visitors on Wednesday at the palace. I was thousands of miles away. I had to fly direct from Kuala Lumpur to Entebbe, stay that night, then the next day I was already with PSFU. Yesterday was a great day for Busoga. I must thank you for the wonderful event that you set up, which Mama Inebantu was pleased to be the guest who opened the function. From yesterday, I was getting feedback from all the social media handles. PSFU, PSFU, PSFU. But as a kingdom, I want to reiterate our support. This kingdom, we are trying to transform it to be both cultural and private sector driven. The way the world is going now, culture is being modernized without necessarily us trying to compromise the norms and the basics of the culture. But we are saying that culture should go hand in hand with the way the world is evolving into a different environment. So I'm here to pledge our support as an institution that we are going to work with you. And PSFU is the way to go, both for the women and the youth. I am sure the programs that you have will go a long way in changing the lives of our people and the well-being of our people. I spoke to His Majesty last night and briefed him about the event. And I'm glad to inform you that he has endorsed the partnership between the Busoga Kingdom and the Private Sector Foundation. He has asked us to go ahead and engage you and see how we go into the nitty-gritties and progress the discussions to see that we get something that is going to benefit our people through the inner march. So I want to say that as Busoga Kingdom, we are here to support you. We are glad that you have chosen to come to Jinja. We want to thank you for bringing this event to Jinja because it has opened up. I'm sure members of the private sector here will have to tap in. I got so many calls since yesterday. Even today when I was breaking my fast, it was being run in the news, the bulletin on NBS, and everybody is asking me and saying that we have Private Sector Foundation. I said, yes. Allow you to continue with the function. And once again, want to thank you and say thank you for choosing Busoga. Thank you for choosing Jinja. You are welcome. Please enjoy your evening, enjoy your stay in Jinja and Busoga, and we look forward to working together. God bless you all. Busoga, Okwisanya, Aman. Thank you.
Thank you very much to the Yanzi Zaino, Baba Efe, OHT, Haj Usman, Ahmed Nur. Most interesting time of this event tonight, and that is the networking segment set up for us around that area. The curtains are going to be drawn. But it's going to be a table by table arrangement. Our ushers are going to usher us to the eats, where the eats are.